So, a lot of you have subscribed to my channel for the memes I post and all that. And yeah, I do like posting memes and all that, but today we're doing something a little bit different. Talking a little bit about kind of a bitch of a day I had. And how to deal with a bitch of a day. So, I've been preparing my truck for a while to go on a trip, to go and looking at something that's going to cost me $2,000 if I decide to buy it. But yeah, basically I'm going to be going down to look to decide if I want to buy it or not. And I've been preparing my truck for that. And testing things out, making sure everything's going to be good to go. And well, I didn't know if the little plug here for using lights on a trailer would work or not. So I decided to test it out with one of the trailers that I have. Well, I back up to the trailer. I backed up a little too close and punched a fucking hole right through my license plate. And already this like son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna have to get a new license plate and all that. Trust me, the damage was way worse before I kind of pounded it back into shape with a hammer. But then it's like, alright, well, I'm fucking here. Might as well plug in the trailer wire cord. So I plug it into the socket. And add insult to injury to breaking the fucking license plate. None of the lights on the trailer worked. The socket is screwed up. So I decide when I get back down to the house, and then okay, going to take a look under it and see if there's any broken wires somewhere, see if it's an easy fix or anything like that. Well, I crawl under, and I see that. That is the shock for the suspension of my truck. And well, that part of the frame that's attached to, it's a little bit fucked too. So I crawl out from under here, fucking cursing because of the sun in my eye, and fucking cursing because I broke my license plate, lights don't work, and my suspension's fucked on my truck. But now that I've got the shit on my eye, it's kind of like, I'm seeing something in a different light. It's actually kind of a good thing that I busted a hole in my license plate and the trailer lights don't work. Because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have crawled underneath my truck to take a look underneath there, and I wouldn't have noticed that the suspension is broken. So if I would have let that keep happening, who knows how bad the damage would be by the time I finally found out that needed to get fixed. So my advice for all of you is, if you're ever having a bitch of a day like I am, try and look on the positive side of things. You know, sometimes things may seem bad, but they could always be worse. Nothing is ever so bad that it couldn't be worse. So if you ever think to yourself, oh, this is so bad, it couldn't be worse, that's wrong. It could have been way worse. I mean, I could have ended up having a hole in my box, and that's not actually a hole, that's just a piece of the bed liner. But yeah, and I could have royally fucked up my suspension. But now that I know about that, I'm gonna go take it fixed. I'm gonna go take it to the mechanics, get that fixed up, and you know, it will cost me a bit, but I mean, it's something that has to get done since suspension is important on a vehicle. So my advice to all of you is, I've already said this, if you're ever having a bitch of a day like I am, always think, like, some of the bad things in the day could have ended up being good things in the long term. You know, sometimes life gives you shit, and you gotta get the plunger. Fucking peace out, bud.